I was crying on my bathroom floor. I kept going down this cycle, thinking that, man, I was never gonna be able to get out of the situation that I was in. Don't let that deter you. That's gonna be part of it because you got people like Arestus here and David. And honestly, they believed in me so much at a point where I didn't even believe in myself, but they believed in me more than I believed in myself, and that meant something to me.
Hey everyone, I have here Daron. He's from the implementation program and he's willing to share his wins and lessons so far by implementing the system. So, Daron, please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came across the porn reboot system.
Okay, well, I'm 41 and I joined the group back in, I guess it was summer of last year. But like Arestus was saying earlier, yeah, I was kind of wishy-washy at first just because, man, I had a lot of triggers that I had to get myself out of, to be able to really give it a shot, like a real good thing. And once I got going though, and it got back in October, man, ever since then, man, I've been killing it in the program. Can't be thankful enough for it because, man, I just really, I thought I was never going to have the control that I would be able to have.
And what were you struggling specifically during that? Even when you joined, right? You're still struggling. So, what was going on in your mind? What was happening?
Whenever I joined, what got me to join it because, man, I was crying on my bathroom floor. I kept going down this cycle, being that I was addicted to stimulants too, because I'm a people pleaser. That enabled me to be able to get everything done. My reward would be to binge on porn for,
No.
man, I don't know, hours after I completed everything. So, man, I was on like little sleep and 2 or 3 hours of sleep, maybe a night. Some nights I didn't even sleep. Yeah, it ended with me on the bathroom floor crying, thinking that, man, I was never gonna be able to get out of the situation that I was in. Whenever I could hear my own voice again, it told me to get up off the ground and stop crying and feeling sorry for myself, that I wasn't going to die today. I did need to get some help. And then I came across Porn Reboot. And the guys were there, Arestus and David were there to help me, get back in and stick with it.
Thank you, brother. No, that was very vulnerable. Thank you for sharing. And very real, right? This is the reality of where your addiction could take you and there's always that brief moment of like hope, right? We're like, hey, you know what? The last stand of like, hey, I could do something. And I'm so glad that you listened to that voice. And then you're here, man. And
Yeah.
kind of we could start dark here, but it's only gonna get better. I promise you guys.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, for
But
sure.
so when you started implementing, right? And you struggled a little bit in the beginning because of you had some doubt, some withdrawals and stuff. Hey, what was that catalyst that you said, you know what, this time I'm gonna just do it, right? I'm gonna just wholeheartedly implement the system. So what did you feel out the most when you started implementing?
Man, whenever I first got it, man, gym routine, because I realized that's one of my core values too, is health and fitness through, doing this. But I was having doubts that I would even be a good accountability partner for anybody, because I wouldn't even, I was showing up for, yeah, to, even with my job, to please other people, but never for myself. So the one thing I did show up for myself was at the gym first, and that's what proved to me that I could, have a, be able to have an accountability partner that they could count on me. And just, man, honestly, whenever I left the group after 2 weeks that first time, man, I felt like I had let you and David down. So, and that I was beating myself up over that too. So that's why, man, whenever I came back in, I had to realize that I had to be a good partner to myself, and my gym routine is what helped me with that to be able to continue on in the program.
No, thank you for sharing that. So, like a gym was like your anchor to help you to do something for yourself, right? Because the people
Mhm.
pleasing, we neglect our own needs, right? We kind of resent ourselves when we find that out, but use that as a way to be proactive to reboot. And you're working on your that part of your reboot capital is very important. So,
Mhm.
and so the gym routine was well, one of your anchors. What else was pivotal for you to continue the progress that you're in right now?
Showing up for the calls. Man, once I started doing that too as well, once I started showing up for the calls, it held me, it held me accountable to, and I kind of avoided actually showing up to the calls at first. But man, once I started, man, I kind of just dove into that too, because just it's really interesting. And it's not, I had really never done a whole lot of Zoom meetings before, and I didn't know how comfortable I would be. But man, after class one, I was comfortable. I knew I was going to come back and continue to make all the calls. And so that's definitely been one of the things. And from there, I mean, I've always been a deep thinker. I've been dialoguing with myself for quite some time. So, and dialoguing's also helped me out tremendously as well. That's another big thing that's helped me out.
Nice. So like the live calls. So which one's your go-to? I know we're not picking favorites, but which one did you kind of lean towards more, like looking forward to that helped you out?
Man, and it's crazy. It's the last one I started attending, which was Chris Rogers, man. But I mean, but all of them are great, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But Chris, me and Chris are both musicians too, so man,
There you
you
go.
know. But yeah, man, yeah,
There you go. Also, the breaking the cycle call, right? That's the call you're referring to. Yeah, great
yeah,
call, right? But I joke with him like, bro, I'm just gonna name you're the author of Breaking the Cycle by Chris Rogers. It's not the George Constantine.
yeah,
But
man,
no, but that's a really good call. I love it. Very informative, very interactive, right? And you kind of apply it the moment you're there in the call. So
yeah.
awesome.
And man, I'd really like to start. Man, I haven't got to one of yours yet, man. But I sure would like to, man,
Oh
for
man, you got
sure. So I'm definitely planning on catching up on yours too.
the hot seat, bro. That's it's scary. I'm kidding. It's just more so fun. It's to feel, hey, whenever you're ready. My philosophy is whenever the brother shows up, you're ready for the call. That's good, man. So that's the call that you've been finding the most helpful because so dialoguing, right? So that's been a big part of helping you understand your addict side more.
Yes, for sure. And man, I mean, last night I felt like I had a pretty big breakthrough on. I've been avoiding myself. I don't. That's where I think I'm at right now. Anyway, whenever I really went to a lot of dialoguing last night for quite some time. So
That's good.
and
And you kind of dive into those, if you will, those shadow parts of yourself where it's like,
mhm,
oh, I've been not exposing or showing my authentic self, which I thought I was, but in reality, I was putting masks on this whole time,
yeah.
right?
And
That's
so what's crazy is I've been a musician my whole life, but I cut myself off for like the last 10 years. But anyway, I've been back in the last 2 years. But the other night, I finally got a name for my new project that I'm working on. It's gonna be "I Am the Shadow I Hide," and
oh,
so
dang, that's
yeah,
awesome. Okay,
yeah,
see,
my
there you
album.
go.
So man, I mean, so yeah, I'm finally coming, getting everything. I've been writing now for 2 years, but I haven't. I've been without a name but I've come up with that, and so, and my album title is gonna be "Listening in Silence." So
Man, I'm excited for you, bro. It seems like a lot who you are is coming out, bro. I see this light in you, man. Like you're literally a different person now versus when I met you the first time. And that's good to see, like you growing in your reboot, learning more about yourself, revealing things about yourself that you need to work on. And how has that impacted you connecting with other people? How is that going for you?
I used to have quite a few friends. If you would have said maybe 5 years ago, I went through a breakup with a narcissist, like a girl who's a definitely covert narcissist. Man, that impacted me greatly. I dove off into narcissism deeper than most are willing to go, because a lot of that is it's really scary once you get down into it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I went pretty deep into it, and well, after that, I lost probably half of my friends that I thought were my friends anyway, and then I lost the other half whenever I joined this program. And
Hmm.
I would tell them about it. Well, I guess it triggered them. So actually, right now, I'm down to a point where I'm in solitude,
Oh, nice.
and I needed that, because I'm telling you, whenever I said I had a lot of triggers around me that
Hmm.
were triggering back before I was fully committed to the program. And after I watched module one, he started talking about triggers, and I was like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by triggers. And I was like, man, I've got to be able to get free. So immediately, that's whenever I started noticing, a lot of the triggers that I had to, if I was going to have a real shot of being dedicated, man, there were things that I had to change about my life just even before I could even, it was critical.
No, thank you for sharing that. And that's, hey, that happens when you're leveling up and just you remove people that are, hey, they actually reveal about you too, right? It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, it's like, oh, that is a true saying. Like you do become kind of like what your friends are, right? Like their
Mhm.
habits, the way of thinking, and even like whatever that is. But I'm glad that you pulled the plug on that because that could be a hard thing to do, right?
Man, and the crazy part is some of them I didn't even really have to, I didn't even really have to pull the plug. It was just like, man, events that just happened that were like, where it revealed to me why we were friends in the first place. Yeah.
Right.
And it really wasn't built on.
No,
I was,
I get you, brother. It's some of them were just transactional or like because I'm getting something out of you. Hey, it doesn't serve you. So, brother, that is a huge win. So, what I'm hearing is you're actually more comfortable on your own now, right? You know, it turns out that what it
yeah.
sounds like getting rid of friends or that we thought people that were our friends, letting
Hmm.
them go. It wasn't a bit. It may have hurt in the beginning, but you just realize like, whoa, you get to actually see who you are, right, without being clouded with other people's opinions, etc. So how has that been for you? Like this solitude of just being on your own and applying the system and just growing. How has that been too?
At first, it was pretty tough. Luckily, I'm blessed with a boy who I helped raise from the age of 5. Well, he's 23 now, and he lives with me.
Hmm.
And so, and around the same time I joined the program, maybe a couple months before that, he decided, just out of the blue, he decided he was going to quit watching porn, and he's stuck to it ever since. So I've been
Dang.
blessed to live with one guy that has helped me out. Man, through man, and that has helped too. I mean, because
Awesome.
all the rest of them just kind of, all the rest of the people just kind of. I mean, I really don't hang out with that many people at the moment. But I look at it as I'm building myself to, I don't want to just give my energy to just anybody anymore.
That's good, man.
So
I love that. Boundaries. So, and you have someone that's, hey, that aligns with your values and mindset too. So
mhm.
that's powerful, man. And that's sometimes that's all you need. The right people will come to your life. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And all right, brother. So, you're applying the system off your behavior. So, what else do you feel like is a big win that you would like to share or a win?
Well, man, like I said, man, my biggest win is, man, since I started watching porn, there's never been a time when I have stopped. Maybe there might have been a month in between here and there. Like, and I've been watching porn since I was probably 11, and I just never even thought that was even possible, to be honest. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not saying I don't slip, but it's what I'm saying. Not when I don't watch any porn, you know what I mean? But I still have a
Yeah.
slip here and there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, the fact that I don't watch any porn, it blows my mind.
It could feel surreal at first, right? You're like, damn,
Hmm.
with and those irrational thoughts come up like, oh, it's just, oh, is this really true or is it a matter of time, right? All these BS thoughts that come up. But hey, brother,
Yeah.
it's real. Like this is real life. You put in the hard work. You made those hard decisions of letting things go that no longer serve you. And most importantly, you stay accountable. You
Hmm.
tend to life calls. You face those facing your shadows, right? Those aren't easy things to do. I rather
Yeah.
stay in this
No.
facade of like, yeah, people, everyone loves you, right? Like, that's and not everyone's gonna like you, but
Yeah.
you want to put on a face or a mask that, hey, if I want everyone to like me, which is not a healthy thing to do. But
Yeah.
no, brother, you've grown a lot, and these are great wins, man. So you improved in your health. Sounds like your awareness is there a lot better. Be vulnerable, right? And that's something that,
Hmm.
hey, as a result of just staying off your behavior is possible, man. And
Hmm.
so, what are you looking forward towards, like building in your reboot? What is the next phase of your reboot?
Actually, maybe I don't know. I was still hoping to do maybe some one-on-one. I think I'd be there if that's really what I would like to do. I'd like to do some one-on-one work. You or one of the therapists. I think that I'm at that point where I'm ready to do that.
Nice, bro. So, dang, man, you're ready just to tackle it head on, and that's
Yeah.
good. That
Hmm.
means you're ready for it, and I appreciate the courage on that. That's something that, hey, we could always just stay here, right? It could be one on one with anyone, but just the fact that you're open to the one on one and just getting there in a more saving yourself time is what I'm trying to say, right? Instead
Hmm.
of just figuring things out. And while you could do it on your own, sometimes, hey, that one on one can help us save time. And
Yeah.
time is everything, brother. But that's good, man. So just to close it here, brother, what would you say to someone that's just watching this and they're like, they're probably in the same situation that you were? Maybe not exactly, but they're like, they struggle and like they actually join and they're like, oh, this is BS, and they're in their feels, or they have a, what's it called, a stimulant issue, right? Or anything around that area. What would you tell that brother to kind of like motivate him?
The sooner that you can get started, the better off you're gonna be. Try not to let that little voice in your head is gonna tell you can't do it. Don't let that deter you. Just know that's gonna be part of it. Because you got people like Arestus here and David. Hey man, if you don't show up, they're gonna come looking for you. But that's a good thing though. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. So man, just know though that they're always there. And man, if you do have some some reason why you don't think that you can do it, they'll be there to tell you that you can. And honestly, they believed in me so much that at a point where I didn't even believe in myself, but they believed in me more than I believed in myself, and that meant something to me.
Thank you, Darren. Those are very nice words, brother. And I like you said, we'll come and chase you, man. Like, where are you?
Yeah, for real, for real.
Yeah, it's out of love, of course. You're like, hey, man, what's going on? We're here to help. No, thank you, Darren. Very kind words, and I appreciate you sharing your story so far. And it's only like the halfway point, if you will. And I can't wait to get on another call with you and just share what happens in the next couple of months, Matt, just to share to the reboot world here. And brothers, thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next one.